In the Code of Federal Regulations, CFR, Title 28, Judicial Administration, subsection 90.2, Definitions, the following definition is found. The term forensic medical examination means an examination provided to a victim of sexual assault by medical personnel to gather evidence in a manner suitable for use in a court of law. According to CFR Title 28, the forensic medical examination should include, at a minimum, gathering information from the patient for the forensic medical history, head-to-toe examination of the patient, documentation of biological and physical findings, collection of evidence from the patient. From the Department of Justice, Office on Violence Against Women. If the case is reported, the criminal justice system will use the entire forensic medical record of the sexual assault visit, along with collected evidence, photographs and video images, and victim witness statements as a basis for investigation and possible prosecution. In the Federal Rules of Evidence, Article 10, Rule 1002, an original writing, recording, or photograph is required in order to prove its content unless these rules or a federal statute provides otherwise. From the Office for Victims of Crime. To maintain a chain of custody, you must first preserve evidence from the time it is collected to the time it is presented in court. To prove the chain of custody and ultimately show that the evidence has remained intact, prosecutors generally need service providers who can testify that the evidence offered in court is the same evidence they collected or received, to the time and date the evidence was received or transferred to another provider, that there was no tampering with the item while it was in custody. Now we're going to talk about pixels and digital image compression. A pixel, short for picture element, is the smallest element in a digital image. Digital images are comprised of rows and columns of pixels. The sensor of a digital camera provides the red, green, and blue, or RGB, color information for each pixel found within a digital image. In a 24-bit color image, commonly used in modern digital camera systems, there are 8 color bits per 1 color byte times 3 color bytes, red, green, and blue, for a total of 24 bits per pixel. 8 bits times 3 color bytes equals 24 bits. A 24 megapixel camera captures sensor data in the form of a grid comprised of about 72 million pixels. The image resolution of these modern camera systems are typically advertised as capturing 6,000 by 4,000 pixel images. The math for the actual uncompressed data works out to 6024 pixels times 4022 pixels times the 3 RGB colors to equal 72,685,584 bytes, or about 72.7 megabytes of uncompressed data. Looking at the image data examples from digital camera systems, we will explore some important differences. Uncompressed data recorded from the camera sensors is our RAW file. RAW files are comprised of extracted internal camera and sensor data. This data cannot be directly altered or modified. Lossless data compression, TIFF, short for Tagged Image File Format. The pixel data in this type of image file will match pixel data found within the RAW file. In lossy compression, JPEG, or Joint Photographic Experts Group, the pixel data in this type of image file will not typically match the pixel data found within the RAW file or uncompressed file. RAW files, by definition, are read-only and contain unprocessed data from the digital camera and camera sensors. RAW files are considered digital negatives, and this type of file must first be processed before they can be opened and viewed as an image. To open a RAW file, a codec is required to view the raw data as an image. A codec is a device or computer program for encoding or decoding a digital data stream or signal. TIFF, or Tagged Image File Format, is a lossless compression image format. That means that no data from camera sensors are lost when converting raw data into the viewable image format. JPEG, or Joint Photographic Experts Group, files are a lossy compression file format created from raw data. Lossy compression images have been compressed from the original captured data by discarding and/or averaging the visual information. Again, the pixel values in a JPEG image will not typically match the pixel values found within their RAW files. With a 24 megapixel camera system, the math looks something like this. 6,000 pixels across the grid times 4,000 pixels up and down the grid times the 3 color values red, green, and blue to equal about 72 million bytes. This uncompressed image value is approximately a 72 megabyte image file size. Lossless compression reduces the file size but preserves detail within the image file. The RGB pixel values match the values found in the raw data file. Lossy compression reduces the file size by discarding and/or averaging visual information. Lossy compression uses pixel values along with their neighboring pixel values to replace the actual pixel data with pixel averages and approximations. When image software counts the number of colors found in the left image, there are 4 colors reported. When image software counts the number of colors in the pixels in the image on the right, there are 174 colors counted. The lossy compression used averages and approximations for the pixel data values, and the end result is that the 2 images appear to be the same until we zoom in for a closer look. When we examine these images on the pixel level, the difference between actual pixel values versus average pixel values can be seen. Taking a closer look at the actual pixels in these 2 photos, the photo on the left shows each pixel color value as found in the raw data. Every square pixel represents the color data value found on the camera sensor data. The photo on the right is a lossy compressed JPEG image, and the pixel data values are averaged together in groups rather than each individual pixel. Thus, pixel values differ from the original sensor data. Forensic evidence, which includes forensic photos and video, must be sequestered away from health records in order to preserve the chain of custody and avoid additional compression of the digital forensic evidence. When an image is uploaded into a cloud or local EMR/EHR system, that image may be altered from its original state by lossy compression within the EMR/EHR software. Many EMR/EHR systems use lossy compression on images uploaded to the system as a means of saving storage space. Placing forensic medical exam evidence photographs into an EMR/EHR system risks having those images permanently damaged by lossy compression, and those images may be challenged in court as not original. Some programs and facilities utilize a picture archiving and communication system, or PACS, for managing and storing large volumes of images and photographs. Similar to EMR/EHR systems, PACS are also a managed data distribution system. Because of the requirement for maintaining a chain of custody, every administrator of the data distribution system will become part of the legal chain of custody for any forensic evidence, photographs, and documentation stored within their system. Since it can be mathematically and scientifically determined that lossy compressed images contain data that is different from the original raw data, you should expect your evidence to be challenged in court. In summary, capture raw files and sequester them along with their JPEG copies in a highly protected environment. This should be outside of an EMR, EHR, and PACS system for the following reasons. JPEG images are not original. They are highly compressed, altered variations of their original raw files. JPEG images that are imported into EMR, EHR, and PACS systems can be automatically recompressed and altered, making them a target for challenge in court. EMR, EHR, and PACS are controlled record distribution systems. Using a local or cloud-based EMR, EHR, or PACS distribution system is in direct conflict with the concept of a legal chain of custody and the realistic expectation that evidence collected for court is to be protected from access and/or alteration. And finally, courts expect and require original images, not modified, compressed, and/or edited variations of the original images.